Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Fellas.
Josh. You missed the Three Stooges hello.
You missed
the Three Stooges hello.
It's 3, it's not 4.
The Four Stooges, oh yeah, never mind, it's 3.
Fellas, right here. Right here, hand up. We're answering questions, is that what we're doing? Thank you, yes. Thank you so much for being here. Anthony, I wanted to start with you. The Getaway, this new album, you guys have not been shy about the fact that this was a very tough album to make. Can you go into some of the tough aspects of why this was a difficult album?
Tough is good. I mean, in the moment, it's a bit of a struggle. But I feel like all of the weirdness that we went through as a band and as individuals led to what our record is, whether it was Flea shattering his elbow or not being able to find a producer or writing songs that didn't end up getting used or all these like weird emotional and physical occurrences. It all worked out for us. And in the end, I'm glad that all of that difficult stuff happened because we like what we got.
Flea, I don't know if a lot of... Yeah. Flea, I don't know if a lot of people know that. You did hurt your elbow pretty bad. I don't think anybody's surprised that a wild man like you would do something like that. What were you doing when you hurt yourself?
Sliding down a snowy mountain with him in Montana. See that screw sticking out right there? But just to answer your question a little bit more, like there was stuff that happened leading up to the record, but once we got going, it wasn't really tough. We just made music and had a good time, you know. It's just always beautiful to engage our imagination and create stuff that didn't exist before and really kind of bask in the fun of hearing it coming back through the speakers where it was just an invisible thought flowing through the air before. It's the funnest thing ever, making a record.
Chad.
Yes.
You guys enlisted the help of one of the best producers on the planet, one of the most talented guys in the world, Danger Mouse. Why was he the right guy to make this record with?
Oh, well, he's smart, handsome, powerful, and has excellent taste in music. We know we've known him for a long time, and you know, everyone's making a big deal like, oh, it's a new producer this time, first time in 20-some years. And actually, kind of almost every time we make a record, we're like, okay, we got our songs. Who should produce these? And we've gone through a lot of different people. And up until now, we've always thought that Rick Rubin could make our songs better. And he's an amazing friend and amazing producer, obviously. And this time we just felt, you know what, it's time for a change and to shake it up. And we've been a band together for 94 years now. And it's, and you know, it was time, yeah, to grow and change. And there you go.
Josh, what did Brian, a.k.a. Danger Mouse, do to bring out the best in this band? Was there anything specific that you enjoyed working with him?
He got the NBA package for us. Brian's just kind of up for anything, and he's, you know, just creates an environment and a space for all of us to explore any wild idea we might have at a moment's notice or on a whim. And yeah, it was just sort of like a musical playhouse. And you know, we like they said, we've known him for a while, and just like going to work and seeing friends every day. Yeah.
Anthony, why was Dark Necessities the right song to lead this album?
It wasn't, actually. I was trying so hard to have the lead-out song be The Getaway, and I just lost the argument entirely. But Brian did fight tooth and nail to have Dark Necessities be the first song, even when other people thought a different song called Go Robot should be. He was so passionate about the music of Dark Necessities, as was Nigel, our engineer, our sound engineer, who mixed the record. They were both so in love with that music that they just thought, you know, there's nothing else that can happen. And they called our managers and our record companies and any other power that was, and convinced them that Dark should be our first single. And I like the song, so I wasn't upset, but it wasn't my first choice. And getting back to Brian, we toured with Gnarls Barkley some years ago when they were firing on all cylinders, and Josh was in the band with Brian, and we were all on tour for, you know, months on end. And I would see him, but not as my bandmate, but as the bandmate of somebody else. and Brian and Josh would come strolling down the hall in these costumes, and it was a little bit of foreshadowing for what would go down later.
That's great. That's awesome.